We continue with Gemara in Sotah Daf Lamid Ches, and we're holding on the very bottom of Lamid Zayin Amid Beis at the Mishnah. And the Mishnah continues listing items that have to be said in Lasha in HaKodesh, and then we're going to discuss how in Lashon HaKodesh they should indeed be said. So says the Mishnah on the bottom of Lamid Zayin Amid Beis, Berchas Kohanim Keitzad. What is the case of Berchas Kohanim that we said in the previous Mishnah has to be said in Lashon HaKodesh? B'Medina Omer Oisa Shalosh Brachos. B'Medina, outside of Eretz Yisrael, or I should say even better, Rashi explains, outside of the Beis HaMikdash, they said 3 brachos. Uba Mikdash bracha achas. B'Mikdash Omer Hashem. In the Beis HaMikdash they would say the Shem HaMifay Rosh Kichsavai, the way that it is written. But B'Medina, as we turn over to Lamechas Amud Aleph, B'Medina, what would they do? They would say it B'Kinu Yav, not to the Shem HaMefarash, but the alternative pronunciation, which is the way that we pronounce it. Outside of the Beis HaMikdash, they require them to raise their hands out opposite their shoulders. I know that's learning Dirshim Mishnah Berurah with us. Beautiful Siyat Ishmael, we just finished learning these halachas, Kuf Chav Ches, Kuf Chav Tas in Mishnah Berurah. Uba Mikdash al Gabi Rashein will be above their heads. Chutz mi Koyin Gadol she'inu magbia siyadol l'malam min hatzitz. The Koyin Gadol would never raise his hands above the tzitz which is on his forehead. Rav Yehuda Omer av Koyin Gadol magbia yadol l'malam min hatzitz. Even the Koyin Gadol is allowed to raise his hands higher than the tzitz. Shenemar, because the pasuk says, "Vayisa Aaron es yadav elaham." Aaron raised his hands, vayavarachem, and he blessed them. So first of all, just to point out, the last Rashi in the Mishnah says, what would be the reason that you cannot raise your hand above the tzitz? Rashi explains, because the tzitz have the Shem Hashem, and you can't raise your hand above the Shem Hashem. But the Mishnah concludes with the opinion of Rav Yehuda that says it is indeed allowed. And we begin the Gemara, says the Gemara, dealing with the Kehanim, different conditions in the brachos of the Kehanim and the sources. So Tana Rabbanan says the Gemara, Kais Varuchu, it says, Kais Varuchu l'bnei Yisrael, so you shall bless. But Lashon HaKodesh, so we see has to be in Lashon HaKodesh, Tamar Lashon HaKodesh, or Ella B'Chola Hashan, maybe we can say any language. Number Kan, Kais Varuchu, Number Lahalon, Ili Yamdu Levarich Hazam, they stood to bless the people, Malahalon. But Lashon HaKodesh, over there it's clearly Lashon HaKodesh, Avkam, Lashon HaKodesh. The Tanakama opinion that Kais Varuchu has to be said, but Lashon HaKodesh. If Yehuda Omer Einay Tzarich, argues of Yehuda and says no, you do not have to, you don't need this Gzir Shava, Hareyu Omer Koi. It says Koi Sivarchu. What does that Koi teach us? At Sha'amro B'Lashon Hazeh, it has to be Koi, so in this language. So a nuance is like Chaygas in Tanakama and Yehuda, not in Din. They're both agreeing to the din of the Mishnah that Nisiyas Kapayim Dochaning has to be said in Lashon HaKodesh. The Shaila just is in the source. The Tanakama learned to Gzeir Shava, whereas Rav Yehuda is learning it from the pasuk itself of Koi. Tani Ida, we have another brayso. Koi Sevarchu, so you shall bless. Says this brayso of Amida means you should stand. Ataymer ba'amida, you know, Ella, afilu b'yeshiva, maybe you let us say Nemer Kain, because Baruch Hu B'Nei Eli Amdu Levarich, Malalon ba'amida. So just like over there by the Klaus and the Brachos, in our Krizim was ba'amida, Avkam ba'amida. Rav Nasan Aimer Einay Tzarech. Says Rav Nasan, no, you don't actually need a pasuk. We don't need Gzeir Shavar Yomer. Lisharsai Lebarich B'Shmai Ma Mishareis ba'amida. Just like the service of the Beis Hamikdash is ba'amida af Mevarich ba'amida. So says the Gemara, very nice, but Misharis Kufay Min Alan. Where do we know that Misharis itself, the serving the Beis Hamikdash has to be done standing? The Sev La'amoy to stand, Lisharis to serve, and that is Brisa number 2. Now we go to Brisa number 3 that deals with the Kehanim lifting up their hands. Tanya Yidach, we're about 20 lines down. The first one line is Tanya. We learned in a third Brisa, Kos Sevarchu b'Nesiyas Kabayim, Ataymer b'Nesiyas Kabayim. You're telling me it talks about Nesiyas Kabayim. They have to raise their hands, Ayina Ella. Shalai b'Nesiyas Kabayim. Maybe they don't have to raise their hand. Nemer Kan Gavot, so Sevarchu b'Nemer Lahalon. Vayisa Aaron as Yodav Alam Vayivarachem Al Alam B'Nesias Kabayim Avkan B'Nesias Kabayim. So says the Gemara, 1 second, Kasha Leila Rav Yonason. The Bryce that we just said is the Kasha to Rav Yonason. Why? Because Imal Halan Kain Gadol Rosh Chodesh Avodah Sibur Avkan Kain Gadol Rosh Chodesh Avodah Sibur. You're going to say that's really an equation that we learn out from the Kain Gadol? If that's true, the brachas, the brachas Kahanim should only be on Rosh Chodesh, and when there is Avodah of the Tzibur, but not in general. Says the Gemara, Rav Nasan Eimer Einay Tzarich. Says Rav Nasan, no, you don't actually need the Gzeir Shava. Why not? Eimer Hu Ubanav Kol Hayamim. Says the Basik, he and his children all the days. Makish Abanav Loy Mahu B'Nesias Kabayim. Just like he, who is he? Aaron HaKoyin had to be done B'Nesias Kabayim. Av Banav B'Nesias Kapayim. That is how we know that a kohen has to raise his hand by dochning. And it says, Kol Hayamim V'Iskish Bracha L'Sheiros. It says, Kol Hayamim, teaching us that it's not only a din on Rosh Chodesh, it's not only a din on Shabbos, rather all times. And from here, Iskish Bracha L'Sheiros, we equate the brachas of Nesias Kapayim to the Sheiros to avoid in the Beis HaMikdash, as we have just learned. V'tanya Idach, this is the fourth brisa that we're quoting, and this brisa deals with the next nikud that we're discussing, which is what? The Kohanim saying the Shem Hashem with the Shem HaMefayrash. Tanya Idach says the Gemara, about 12 lines from the wide lines. Lamechesam et Aleph, Koisav Aruchu, first word in line has been Yisrael. B'Shem HaMefayrash, that means it has to be said with the Shem HaMefayrash, the real way of pronouncing Hashem's name. How do you know it has to be dafka b'shem hafarish? Maybe in any language. I shouldn't say in any language, any kinoi, any substitute word for Hashem's name. Ta'amaloi ma'arv somewhere shmi. You should place my name. Shmi, my name, says Hashem. Hamiyuchali, that which is designated for me. Yachalaf b'gvulin. So says the Gemara. You know, we would have thought that should have the same halacha b'gvulin outside of the Beis HaMikdash, that what? You should have dochning, and what are we discussing right now? You should be able to say the Shem HaMefayrash. Yachal afik vulin kein amarkan v'samo shmi v'nem halon l'shom shmi imal halon beis habachir avkan beis habachir is a special din only in the Beis HaMikdash. Rav Yeshaya, 5 lines on the wide lines. Omer einay tzarich. Why not? Omer kol makom asher esker shemi avoy elecha. Any place that I mention your name, says Rav Yeshaya, avoy elecha, I will come to you. B'chol makom zal gadeitach. Is it true that in any place you can't say the Shem Hashem in any place? Ela mikra zem misaira su. This mikra is a misaira tradition. B'chol makom asher avoy elecha beirachticha sham ashkir es shemi. In any place that we Klal Yisrael come, and we mention Hashem's name, says Hashem, I will be there. And how is Hashem? How is Hashem going to come and give us brachas? In the Beis HaMikdash, Sham Eskar Eshemi, the Beis HaBechira is going to be done in the Beis HaBechira, in the Beis HaMikdash itself. And we continue with yet another brisa on this topic, 2 lines into the very wide lines. We learned in our brisa, Kois Baruch is B'nai Yisrael, so you shall bless B'nai Yisrael. Ein li ela B'nai Yisrael. From here we learn that the bracha only goes to B'nai Yisrael. However, Ger of Nashav B'char, how do we know a ger, one who doesn't have Jewish parents? How do we know a servant or woman? How do we know they as well receive the brachas? And Ta'amalaymar Emar Lahem, says the Pasuk, you shall say to them, Likulhu, which means to all of them, not just the men, but the women and children. Continues the Gemara, Tani Idach, another brace that says, Kois Baruch, so you shall bless Panim, Keneged Panim. What does this mean? The Kehanim and the people face to face, as we've seen as we've seen in Mishnah Berurah, those who've been learning. Kehanim face the people, and people face the Kehanim. Taimer Panim can I get Panim? Oh, in Allah Panim can I get Oyref? Maybe you should face their neck. Like a person talks to his friend. That's how the Kehanim bring down the bracha and are the conduit to Klal Yisrael. And we see over here, this is really as Rav Shimshon Pincus has been teaching us, this is really one of the critical ingredients of tefillah, which is to be able to visualize with a real actualization, with real physical tangibility that Hashem is mamish right opposite us. V'tani idach, we're up to a fifth brayse. Kosev Baruch Hu says the brayse, so you shall bless b'kol ram v'yinal b'lachash. How should it be done? How is berachas kehanim done? B'kol ram or quietly tamalamer amar lahem. Tell them, like a person who talks to his friend. So certainly, it should not be whispered. It should be loud enough that everyone can hear. Amar Abaye, and comes on Abaye, and he teaches Naktina. We have a Mesaira, the Shnayim Koyanim. For two Koyanim who are starting to do, we call it Koyanim. But when one Dachan goes up to the bima, you do not call out Koyin to Brantish, the Shnayim, but rather he just starts the bracha on his own. Naktinon Koyin Kairei Kayahanim, maybe saw Kairei Kayahanim. We have an Aktino, we have a Mesaira that a Koyin who's a Koyin is allowed to call out Kayahanim, but a Yisrael who is not a Koyin is not allowed to be the one to call out Kayahanim. Shenamar Emar Lahem, Amira Mishalahem, an Amira that is yours. Mishalahem Te'ez, we turn over to Lamachas Amid Beis, that this Amira should be belonging to you. And after a long and lengthy discussion, says the Gemara, we paskin like Abaya, and we do not paskin like Rav Chisda. And we continue Lamachas Amid Beis. Lamachas Amid Beis as we begin a new Gemara, 4 lines in the top. Amar Rav Yishmael Levi Minayin Shekadosh Baruch Hu mitavel leberchas kohanim. How do you know that Hashem, Kaviyachal, Kadosh Baruch Hu himself desires berchas kohanim? Shenemar, some Yishmael Bnei Yisrael Bnei Avarachim, and I will bless them. Amar Yishmael Levi, and explain to Yishmael Levi, Kol Koyin Shemavarich Umisbarich, Kol Koyin Shemavarich Mitbarich. Any Koyin that gives the bracha, this is chizik for all those who don't want to dochin. Teaches us the Gemara, if the Koyin gives, Hashem gives him back. He will not be blessed. Amar Yishmael Levi continues of Yishmael Levi with another din. There's 3 biblical commandments that one is transgressing when he doesn't go up the dochin. Number 1, number 2, is number 3. So aside for all the regular issues, the kohen who does not go up to dochin is over in 3 mitzvahs as saying. Continues the Gemara, Rav Amar Chayshin Shema ben Grusha ben Chalutza. Says Rav, you know where Chays is for? We are Chayshish that maybe the child is a ben Grusha ben Chalutza, and therefore the child is indeed Pasal Kuna. Oy ben Chalutza hu. V'loi pligi adesal leprakim adolesalik leprakim. Rabba, he's not arguing. He's not arguing under Yishmael Levi, but rather Yishmael Levi is referring to the Kohen goes up to see this bracha quite often. Whereas the case of the Rav, where he said he couldn't be Mavatal Ashir, they don't actually get together. Meaning, what level of Tzairach is it? If it's a type of gathering that happens all the time, okay, it's not such a Tzairach, but if something that happens once in a whatever, then of course it would be. Continues the Gemara, once we're on the topic of Rav Yishmael Levi, about 15 lines down. First one line is Salik Leprakim Rav Yishmael Levi. Called Kayin She'ina Oila Ba'avoida Shov Eina Oila. For Kayin does not go up when the Chazan starts to say, he does not go up anymore. She'namar Vayisar Nesyod Mela'am Vayivarachem Vayirin Masas Zachadas Va'ila Vashlamim Mala'alon Ba'avoida is part of the Avoida Afkan. It's part of the Avoida. Therefore we can't move it around. Says the Gemara, really? Is that accurate? Aini, is that true? Vam Ravami, Yam Ravasi, Solka Ravami, the Ravasi Meikara. Says Ravami, the Ravasi, 1 second. What's going on over here? Meikara. Excuse me. Says Ravami Ravasi. One more time. Ravami Ravasi Salki. But what about Ravami Ravasi that they did go up while the Chazan was saying the Nefiyas Kapayim? Says the Gemara, Ravami Ravasi Mikara Akri Karayu. Originally, Ravami Ravasi had lifted their legs, they began to go up for the Dochin. Mamti Lo Yave Mamti Yasam. However, they were not able to reach there So says the Gemara, Chazani Rav Yeshaya, Lo Yishanu Elosh Lo Akar Es Raglov, Aval Akar Es Raglov Oila, which of course is a massive yisoid, both in halacha over here and in general in life. Until we're Oiker Raglov, anything could happen. But once we're Oiker Raglov, we don't just decide to do it, we don't just try to do it, we actually get up and do it. That's when everything changes. Says the Gemara, V'amar Rav Yeshua and Levi, Utan and Nami, and we have a raya also. About Concise, Noisy as Kabav Chayzer Letvila, say Rashai, Vavinam Ba, Haloyakar, Elo, the Nod Porta, Chanami, the Akar Porta. V'amar Rav Yeshua and Levi, Noisy Koshal Bracha, Levarich Ela al Toiva Yayin. Says Rav Yeshua and Levi, it's a big sugya over here. We do not give the cup of blessing aside for one who's generous with his wine. Shenemar Toiv Ayin hu yivarach, he'll be blessed. Kinasin Melchama Ledal. What happened when the Melchama came to the Dal? Came to the poor. Al Tikri Yivayrach El Yivarich. Don't read the pasuk as will be blessed, but rather read the pasuk as was blessed in the past. How do we know that even birds recognize those who are tsar, those that are tight, those that don't give away? The pasuk says, says the pasuk, because in the beginning he doesn't see plant the seeds. But before he knows it, he's creating a monster. Rami Bishop and Levi, Kol hanena mitzari ayin over belav. Anyone who gets benefit from one who doesn't give away money is over and alav. Shenamar al talachim, don't fight with him. Al talachim ra vayin v'goymer ki kamay shar ben avshay keinu oichav v'shayse. Just like now explains the Gemara the psyche over here why we're not interested in him. Kamay, just like says the Gemara. No, where are we? Al tilachem ve'al tisaveh. V'amar Rav Yeshua and Levi, says the Gemara. No, excuse me. Let's go back. Sham kichinu mezer rishus beinei kol bal kana. V'amar Rav Yeshua and Levi kol hanena misid ayin over belav shene'amar. What are we being over in? Shemar al tilachem eslechem ra ayin. Ki kamoy shar ben avsha ki oichal v'sheise. Yoy melacha telling him the Gomer of Nachor Yitzchak Amar oiver b'shnei lavin lo tilachem al tito. V'amar Rav Yeshua and Levi ein egla arufa ba ela b'shvil tzarei ayin. We see how important it is to not be cheap, because that's what causes egla arufa. Shenamar vanu v'amru yideinu lo shavchu es adam hazeh v'chayal libeinu also sheziknei v'azdin toivnei shevchei damim ein ela lo yibal yideinu upatirunu v'leirinu avinachnu v'levelidenu upatirinu v'lemizaynis. So says the Gemara, wait, so if you're the one that's supporting it, why don't you do it without mizaynis? Rinu avinachnu b'lei livia. The murder person did not come in, and we didn't send him off. We didn't send him off with food. We didn't send him away and leave him to go back on his journey. And we're going to stop over here, because Rav Ada is going to go back to how we started today's shir, dealing with the kayin of the base of the Berachos Kohanim, Emirta Hashem.